Okay, so yeah, good evening. Yeah, this is actually pretty late right now. It's 11. It's a half past 11 where I live already. So I think I'm not gonna make this a very long live stream. So yeah, I'm back from my Nagoya trip, and yeah, it's only been 4 days, but I enjoyed it very well. As per usual. Yeah, so just to let you know, this is not my definitely not my first ever trip to Japan. I mean, I've been to Japan for quite a number of times already, and but yeah, the last time I've been to Japan is actually so yeah, the last time I've been to Japan was exactly before just right before the global lockdown back in the beginning of 2020. It's actually because I'm sure some of you already know the exact date when the outbreak started. It's actually somewhere around the late November of 2019. And the last time I've been to Japan is actually to Tokyo with my friends, right before Christmas on that year, 2019. So I've always considered me and my friends were actually pretty damn lucky catching the last train before the lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and so yeah, I've never so since then I have never been out of the country. So yeah, as I said, I was actually pretty damn lucky. And so for the past few years, I've never really found an opportunity to do so again until last week. So yeah, it was actually pretty exciting, but honestly, I don't really know what to feel about. Honestly, I don't really know what to feel about it after returning after coming back home. But yeah, as you can probably see behind me, I did bought some stuff, of course. So I thought, maybe I would share some of the trophies, or I should say souvenirs, as they refer it. We're going to start with. Probably start with this one. It's actually the I don't know if you can see it clearly, the MF Ghost. The MF Ghost. I bought it from the Toyota Museum, as they would call it. Let me see if I've actually got a picture of it. Still trying to fiddle with my OBS. Try to do it conveniently. Well, never been able to do it. Never been able to do it thoroughly. So anyway, let's see. All right, there you are. So here it is. What's it called? Hold on a second. I can really see it clearly. Yeah, they call it the Commemorative Museum of Industry and Technology. So, yeah, the weather in Nagoya, it's actually very, very pleasant. I know some of you might find it a little bit hard to believe. But yeah, if any of you have ever been to Hong Kong, during this time of day, it's unbelievably unbelievably intolerable. I mean, in the past, like what, couple of weeks, for most of the day, except for the days when there had been raining, the majority of the times is actually very humid and very hot. It's always like around up and below 30 degrees or something like that. It's sometimes even higher than that. And once I've been to Nagoya, it's actually very, very different. It's very comfortable. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's still like what, 20 something degrees, but it's never been half as hot as in Hong Kong, and it's not as humid as well. So yeah, I really wish I could stay I really wish I could stay in Japan for longer than just that, longer than just 4 days. So anyway, yes, so I bought this MF Ghost model from the commemorative museum of Toyota in Nagoya, and actually, fun thing I have had to mention is that this model that I bought here, when I went to the what was it? When I finished the tour and go to the shop, I found only one of these models left on the on the shelf. So you know, I just took it. It is slightly expensive. It is actually slightly expensive. But you know, I think it's worth the money. It's actually pretty good, and yeah. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. There's actually some maps on the background of this box. So yeah, I think that's a nice touch, and hopefully it's gonna worth. hopefully it's gonna worth some money in the future. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it really. So yeah, I'm gonna just put it in the shelf. So and then let's have a look at this. The TGR bottle. I think that's the right word. Actually, I have a lot of the stuff that I bought. I haven't even opened them yet. So yeah, it's actually look pretty good. I love them. Racetracks or fun fairs when you're into Nagoya. Racetracks. Unfortunately, I don't really have the time because I'm not traveling alone. I'm traveling with someone else. So yeah, I think I will leave this. I think I'll leave this experience then next time if I ever visit the museum near the what's it, the Fuji Speedway. I think, yeah, I'm actually planning, if I've ever been to Japan again, I think I probably would pay a visit to the Fuji Museum. Yeah, that's probably my next goal. Unfortunately, not well prepared for this time, but hopefully next time. I mean, I'm not sure if I already, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have already have my driving license then, but yeah, we'll see about that. So, anyway, this is the water bottle, and let me see again. It's actually pretty. I think I actually like the fact that it's black in color and not too many other fancy colors on it. So yeah, it's only half a liter, but who cares? I mean, it looks amazing, for me at least, and I actually like the way it feels, the texture of it. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth every penny. What's it that I bought from the museum anyway? So and then there's this cap. Let me try it. Actually, you know what? I think I should try it out right now. God damn it! How do I open this stuff? Yeah. It's a little bit too tight for now, but I think I can adjust it. Yeah, I think I can adjust it sometime later, but I think I'll just keep it on. And then I bought these two T-shirts. Both of them are in the TGR colors, of course. I think they're in different textures as well. So yeah, but they probably only have one size, so I probably couldn't choose anyway. And then I bought some other tiny stuff as well. You know, these utensils. these utensils. You know, it's a spanner on a spoon and a fork. I mean, I know what to do with the with the utensil part, but you know, the spanner part. Kind of foolish to come to think of it. Why did I even bother in the first place? God damn it! And then this, it doesn't look that obvious. It's actually a stand, as they they say it's a smartphone stand. They even got an instruction. They even got an instruction manual on the package. In the package, you see that. So yeah, I think yeah, right now it looks a bit more obvious. As you can see, there's actually a stand behind that, and then apparently you can bend and then you can bend the seat like that, and then you can put, I don't know, a phone on it, and it somehow kind of looks like this. It kind of looks like this. It's a Xiaomi, by the way. This phone. Damn it. So yeah, I thought this this gadget is gonna be pretty useful at home, at least. So I bought it, and it actually looks pretty cool. The racing bucket seat of TRD. But then I bought this this little bag. Actually, there's nothing in there. And then this I don't know, for cold drinks. Toyota is actually, yeah, actually looks decently well, I think. And then what else? And then yeah, as you can see, these shirts and all that kind of stuff. And then yeah. So anyway, back to the photos. Yeah, Fuji Speedway is really cool. And there had been some F1 races at that circuit some years ago. The most recent one, if I remember correctly, is 2007 and 2008, but then they went back to Suzuka, which is slightly unfortunate, because I think those of you who know what I'm on about, Suzuka circuit, not really that many overtaking opportunities with the cars of today, especially compared to Fuji Speedway. But then realistically, I don't think it really is that possible to hold any F1 races in Fuji Speedway as well. So if you actually seen the video of Josh Raffle on the Fuji Speedway circuit, you know what I'm on about. High speed ring, yeah. I mean, imagine high speed ring is actually a real thing in real life. I mean, how brilliant! I mean, what a cool thing it would be. So probably just in our dreams. So, and then let me have a look. Let me have a look at what else. Oh yes. So let me just show you a couple more pictures that I took in the museum. So apparently, yeah, the museum is not just about how Toyota made cars in the past, what, 100 years or something like that. They have also been in the fabric industry. That's actually what they actually started. Way in the early 20th century. Way in the early 20th century. So, this is what I saw in the museum. A racing bucket seat, a helmet, and a fire suit. All right, and then there's actually something else. Let me see. And apparently, this is one of the machines that they use to process their fabrics and stuff. Let me see if I can show it clearly, something like that. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about it. Actually, they have an audio guide, but I have trouble using it, and I didn't really completely listen to all of them. So I just read some of the I just read some of the short summary on the introductions, and I think it's still very interesting overall. No. Yeah, I did enjoy Japan, obviously. I mean, that's why I went to there in the first place. I mean, I love Japan. I love Japan. It is a fantastic country. The only thing that I mean, speaking of Japan, if speaking of visiting Japan, every single time, the one of the very few things that I find it that I always find it slightly bothered, or actually confused is the public transport. I mean, apparently. It's apparently very different from where it is in Hong Kong. I mean, I've already more or less understand the railway system, the more or understand the railway system, or the public transport, but um the buses is actually one of the things that I still struggling. I mean, not exactly that I have ever been lost or something, but it does take me ages to find it takes like what hours for me to find to actually find the correct routes. So yeah, it's sorry to say for something like that, but I'm still trying to figure I'm trying to figure it out for something like that. Actually, I've never been on a actually, I haven't been on a taxi on this trip, because I didn't need to. But if I ever had the chance to take a taxi, I probably let you know. So that is that. And then let's move on to the cars stuff. I think this is what I think most people are actually more interested in it. Probably. So the cars. So the car section. So the car industry section. The first the first exhibit that I see is actually this one. It's actually this one is how they it's a bicycle and an apparently an engine probably. Unfortunately, not a Toyota Supra. That kind of comes later. So yes. Actually, I'm not sure if I ever actually seen a Toyota Supra in the museum. Probably I did, but yeah, I think the most memorable one is actually the 2000 GT. Is actually this one, but this is actually a miniaturized model. So that's slightly unfortunate. I think there's actually I think that's actually a real one. Let me see if I ever take a picture of it. I kind of a little bit hazy already. I mean, it's only been like what a few days ago. Ah, yes, apparently I did. Yeah, the classic 2000 GT. A lot of people like this car very much, apparently. And is on Gran Turismo as well. So and then this is a picture of me taking a photo of it. Pretty nice. Yeah, definitely pretty nice. And then there's the LFA, but that is actually a Lexus. They call it the Lexus, but it's actually Toyota anyways. So I mean, what the hell? Here it is. Here it is. And I took a picture of how it looks from behind. So I think there is those. Oh. Actually, you know what? This is actually not the first time I've been able to take a close look to an LFA. I think I did it the last time I've been to Japan 3.5 years ago. But that was actually in Tokyo at I think it's at Daiba. Daiba, the other museum in Tokyo, where they have a lot of those I think Japanese cars. I think I need to find the photo. It's not in this computer, unfortunately. But yeah, there it is. So so I've walked around this museum for a couple of hours. Watched a lot of these demonstration of how they manufacture the cars, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. yeah, it is definitely fabulous. The Honda S2000. Unfortunately, no, haven't seen, didn't see the Honda S2000 in the Toyota Museum. Yes, the engine does sounds very nice. The LFA. Unfortunately, didn't really have the opportunity to hear it in person. Uh, but I still kind of remember. But I do kind of remember what it sounds like, especially at least from the videos on YouTube. So anyway, yeah, there's also some other cars apparently. The ones that they tried to, apparently the ones that are from the very beginning, of course. This is actually, the mock-up. The shape, actually what you call it, the shape that they used to build the early cars. The early cars is kind of what you expect it looks like. kind of they expect what you look like in the early 20th century. So and this is, and I think this is a more or less a finished product of that wooden frame. I think that's what we call the wooden frame that I've just shown you in the last picture. So it's something like that. And then let me see, what else is there? And then this is a mannequin, and then this is a mannequin building the car from in the in the early 20th century. So I just as I've said, it's kind of like the assembly process, I think. And then what else? I actually took several pictures from the museum, so I'll probably have to find some time to actually show it all to you all. And then what is this? Yeah, apparently this is something that I never expected. They started to they started the they started by taking apart or studying a Chevrolet car. This is something that I never thought never thought about it. I mean, I didn't actually do any homework or research about this museum, so wow. Did learn something that I never expected them to do. So this is one of them. This is one of those apparently. And let me see. Yeah. And hold on a minute. Ah, yes, this is so this is actually what it looks like for the majority of the part of this Toyota commemorative museum. You know, we I was on the second floor when I took this picture, of course, and on the first floor looks like this. So as you see the further part of this picture is the tools and the machines that the demonstration machines that are used to manufacture the cars, and some of the cars below down there are some of the ones that some of the ones that I think it's the famous models or whatever they're called. Sorry for my terrible grammar. And as you can see, the LFA, the yellow car, nearest to all of us, that is something. And then I found a model of the Toyota cars. It's actually called the Corona. I don't know if some of you actually even acknowledged this, but I find this kind of ironic, given given what we are, given the situation we have right now. So this is so yeah, just to let you know, this is actually a car from the 1970s, and they named it Corona, and half a century later we actually find this slightly ironic. Slightly ironic. So and to add salt to the wounds, I actually noticed there is a tray below this car. Apparently, it's used to receive the leaked oil, which I didn't take a picture of that, but I can see very clearly that they still have some a little bit of leaking oil. Not sure if that's actually true or not, but you know, that's what I saw. That is what I saw at there. Sylvia 2K, more or less. I mean, yeah, the Turano. I mean the iconic AE86, but I didn't see that in this museum. So yeah, I think that's a little bit unfortunate. And then what do we have here? Of course, there is the Prius. This is the original Prius. I mean, I think this is the first Prius in the late 90s. I think something like that, 90s or the early 2000s. I don't like the looks of it. I really don't like the looks of it. So that is that. Not very interesting to me. But what is actually interesting to me is the next car, the Mirai. The Mirai. So for those of you who've watched some of James May's videos, you know that he actually had a Mirai, I think, and it's actually looks like this. So it's a hydrogen fuel cell car. It's actually not a relatively a new technology, but it has never been, what do we call, a complete technology. You know, it's always yeah, the fuel cell machine. The fuel cell machine, and it's always been regarded as a more cleaner technology than what it is. Hybrid cars, electric cars, a more sustainable energy source for cars, at least. So yeah, the car behind this Mirai, the Mirai at the front is actually, I think that is a prototype or something like that for the Mirai back in 2014, if I remember correctly. So the Mirai you're looking at is from the 2020s. Yeah, I think it actually looks fine, but it kind of depends. I think I prefer it in the black color or something like that. So exactly the same one that you saw on James May's video. I'm not sure what to think about it. But I think, you know, this should have been the future for the car for you know the car industry. So let's see how it develops in the later years. And then what else? What else have I missed? Yeah. And then yes, of course I did. There are some stamps that I took in the museum, but actually I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. I don't even remember if I actually still have the booklet for the stamps. So I think I'll have to find. So I think I'll have to look for it, and then yeah, I'm an enthusiast of cars as well, but I should say I used to be very enthusiastic for you know for cars, especially supercars. But not so much these days. I mean, I'm not exactly up to date with what Ferrari have right now, what McLaren have right now. I only I only know what Koenigsegg have right now. So yeah. But what I do know is that Lamborghini has a successor for the Aventador. I don't even exactly remember what it's called. So I think I'll just leave it at. And then let me see. I've been to Animate. Actually, I have been to Animate at Nagoya. It's actually near the hotel that I stayed at. So yeah, of course I definitely have to pay a visit to Animate, being a Japanese and I'm enthusiast, of course. So I did bought some stuff. Yeah, as you can see, this is so those of you who know, it's actually the plastic bag from Animate. Yeah, they bought quite a lot of stuff. Of course, so some art book some art book is actually a love life. For those of you who don't, who still don't understand, it's actually I am more or less a Love Life fan, but for the moment only for Nijigasaki instead of Muse. I used to be a Muse fan. You know, I used to be a Muse fan in the early years. So yeah, it's not exactly a shame to spill it out. And then yeah, this one, the animes from, I mean, the tiny models of the protagonist of the which for Mercury of the latest Gundam anime. Yeah, I like these two. I like this CP, and yes, I'm a Yuricon. So what? And I'm a Yuricon. So what? And then there are some of these CDs that I have to buy it. So three of them were from Idol Master, and one of them is from D4DJ. D4DJ is one is currently my favorite songs. The Fake Off and the Tenshito Akuma. So yeah. D4DJ double mix. I strongly recommend you guys to have a look up on it. The song Fake Off is amazing, fabulous. You have to listen to it. Then some acrylic stand. I actually already have more than enough acrylic stand yeah, in my room already, but I decided that I'm gonna buy even more. I'm gonna buy even more of that. So these are the Licorice Recoil, Licorice Recoil, and let me have a look at them. This is oh yes, I add two more acrylic stand from Idol Master. So yeah, my favorite is the Master. Master what? Actually, I kind of want to know which model of Master you actually like. Is it the 787B? I mean, that is the legendary Le Mans. That is the legendary Le Mans car that actually won the Le Mans race. I think it's from 90. I think from 91, if I remember correctly, or maybe I could be wrong. So yeah. And then a T-shirt. You know, regardless of the color, I know it's in pink. It's in pink color, but it has my favorite character on it. So, you know, I don't care. I don't care the color. And then as a gift they gave me some other stuff as well. I think that one of them is the a wallpaper and some. I honestly don't know what to do with these papers. They gave, I mean, the cashiers gave me these papers because I bought quite a lot of stuff and I spent quite a lot of money. But I really honestly don't know what to do with these papers apart from, you know, treating them as recycled papers probably. So unfortunately, but not all of these stuff that I brought from that I brought back home from anime are exactly useful, but so be it. Yes, it's 1991. I said that I remembered correctly. Yes, yes. I didn't guess it wrong. Yes. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff that I have to probably have to clean it up after the live stream, and yes, let me see if there's any. Most of the other photos that I've taken during my trip in Nagoya, during my stay in Nagoya, is actually photos of the food that I have had. So yeah, apparently the food are one of the very main reasons that I go to Nagoya in the first place. So let's see, there it is. Yeah. Looks amazing, isn't it? You know, these fried chicken wings. They actually have these ones actually quite have a lot of the spice on it. So it is very tasty. That's it's definitely very tasty indeed. Afterwards, we've been to a ramen shop. Of course, we're gonna have ramen at some point of this trip. So yeah, one of the yeah. So that this is the ramen that I've had, and it's kind of like what you would expect. It's kind of like what you expect. Apparently I bought this. Apparently, you most this is one of those ramen that you have to first acquire a ticket from the vending machine. All right, the vending machine, you have to pay it first before you can before you can enjoy it. You have to give that particular ticket to the person behind the desk, and then they would just create a bowl of noodles for you. Yeah, a bowl of noodles. What do you expect? So yeah, I mean that's definitely a satisfied dinner, and then let me see. Yeah, I've been to a coffee shop the next morning, and this is one of the breakfasts that I've had. The Komeda coffee. This is the Komeda's blend coffee, and then there is the toast. I think that is pretty much I think that's pretty much all we need to have for a morning. Just looking at it, I mean, you're just looking at it, and you think, all right, this is definitely enough. So let's just see what I have next. And then the omelet rice, of course, and the omelet rice, and then yeah, this one is the omelet rice that you have an omelet on top of some rice, and then someone will cut the omelet in half, and then it's kind of looks like this one, and then it just prevails, and covers the whole damn rice. And then of course and then I went to have some grilled meat. So this is one of the plates. So this is one of the plates, and then there's the other plate of beef that apparently you can eat it raw. So this is the plate of beef that you can actually eat it raw, according to the menu it says. And I've tried it, and thankfully I'm not sick. I'm not sick for now. So yeah, the raw beef is edible. Never believed it until recent years. So yeah, this is quite an experience, definitely. And then of course, apart from going to museum, I've been to places like the Oasis 21, and then this tower. Actually, I didn't have a clear picture of it, so I think let me just show you another picture that I took from the top of the Oasis 21. Looks pretty decent, isn't it? This is the night view. So yeah, actually looks fabulous, and then next day, yeah, just moving on to the next day already. Been to the outlet at Mitsu. What the first called? what is it called? I kind of forget it right now already. Hang on a second. Mitsui Outlet Park. Yeah. So I've been to the Mitsui Outlet Park the next morning, and I was planning to see if I would be able to find some kind of t-shirts or maybe even shoes that I might be interested in it, but unfortunately I didn't. And the only thing that I bought from this outlet park is actually some masks. Annoyingly, the mask is actually one of the masks is one of the things that I actually bought from the outlet. So it kind of looks like this. It's called from a shop called Chums. It says Chums. So Yeah, it is an interesting shop. They actually sell spices in this shop. If you look up to it. So and also some of the outdoor outdoor accessories for camping, I think. For camping, I think. Yeah, they do have a lot of camping stores in this outlet, and that by the time when I went to that outlet, I think I saw some of the people actually, or probably some locals, brought their dogs to for shopping as well. So so yeah, this is probably the only thing that I brought from the outlets, and yeah, and then the next place I went to is the train museum. It's the train museum, or specifically the Shinkansen museum. How do I actually call it? I kind of forget what it's called already. Damn it. Some of these names is actually quite difficult to remember for the majority of the times. So the Lia Tekutogan, as is what they would call. Let me show you the picture again. It's actually getting a little bit tiring at the states, but I try to just a brief summary of the places I've been to before I sleep again. Yeah. So let me just show you what it actually looks like. The moment that I arrived, it actually kind of looks like this. So you see there's actually there's already a Shinkansen outside the museum, and actually you can go to the inside. Actually you can go to the inside of this museum as well. I mean the train. Let me show you the picture. I actually took quite a lot of pictures from this museum as well. So yeah, it's actually outdoors. It was actually raining then. Not terribly hard, but it was raining, and I have to hold an umbrella, and actually have to hold an umbrella to actually be able to go outdoors then. So this is the train that you just saw, I think it's the N700, the Shinkansen. So I've been inside, and there, as you can see, there's a door that's opened, and let me show you what this actually kind of looks like inside there. Let me see. Yeah. Hang on a second. I think it looks like, yeah. This is what it looks like inside. So this is the interior. So this is the interior. Actually, one of the So actually, one of the cars is I think it's called what is it? The green car. I think one of the compartments is actually called green car, or is it a compartment? Should kind of have to think of the right word. I'm terribly sorry. So anyway, from the second floor, so this is what the inside of the museum looks like, and it's spectacular. And it's spectacular especially if you are a Shinkansen enthusiast. Unfortunately, I am not one, or I should say, I used to be, because I've been to Tokyo way early in the 2007. I was actually like, what, 7 or 8 years old back then. That was the time when I had my only Shinkansen experience, and yeah, the Shinkansen I can't quite remember the Shinkansen that I actually experienced on, but I've actually seen one of the Shinkansens up close in person, and I immediately fell in love with. And this is the Shinkansen that I still think is my all-time favorite. It's called the 300 series, and it's from the 90s. So it retired. I think it retired from service in 2013, if I remember correctly. And so yeah, this is one. This is my favorite Shinkansen of all of them. And of course, that is not the only train. That is not the only train or Shinkansen that I have took in the museum. Uh, Another one is that actually they call it the Doctor Yellow, for obvious reasons. And yeah, this is one of the most iconic Doctor Yellow Shinkansen of Japan. So this is actually what it looks like, as you probably expected. It's from yeah, yeah, it's from 60s and 70s. So yeah, what else is there? So this is the brief so this is also the brief introduction of the Doctor Yellow, as they would say, class 922. So yeah, I mean, top the top speed is kind of irrelevant with this kind of the Shinkansen. So I think the purpose of it is actually what it matters. So I think this is the part that you can actually look it up on Wikipedia. I think on Wikipedia. I think so. I think I'll just leave it there. What else is there I'm missing? And oh yes, the moment I enter the museum, this is these are the three signature. I think this is what they call this signature iconic iconic trains and Shinkansens that stood before me. And yeah, quite a difference, isn't it? Quite a difference, isn't it? Definitely looks something else. And yeah, after walking through the whole damn museum, after walking through the whole museum, I still think, you know, the 300 series look the best. Looks the best. I mean, even though it's not the fastest or even the most advanced, it looks the best, and I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, and then this is one of the older trains that I took a picture of in the museum, of course. So apparently, if I remember correctly, it's from the 1940s. So yeah, this is from the 1940s. The steam train. So this is the actual steam train. And then let me have a look. So yeah. So some of the interiors from the older compartment from the older trains. So this is what they look like. Yeah, and actually, there's actually something that I have to explain. For my trip to this train museum, is that by the time that I arrived at this museum, it's actually like what I think four in the afternoon or something like that. The museum closes at 5:30 p. It's 5:30 in local time. So yeah, I basically only had like what an hour or so to walk around the whole museum. To walk around the whole museum. So it's actually a slightly it's actually a slightly rush a rush trip. Just kind of dash to this museum so that I wouldn't miss it. Not sure if we'll be able to pay a visit before it eventually closes. So I was kind of lucky that day, especially given that it was actually raining. It's actually raining back then. So yeah, I actually thought this is gonna rain for the next couple of days as well, but fortunately only that day it was actually raining, and the next day is actually quite a good weather as it seems. And let me see if I've missed anything. Yeah, so this is one of the this is one of the section where they show some of the you know the models that are actually running those Shinkansen models. I didn't take a video of that, but yeah, there's actually so much. There's actually a number of exhibition rooms that I couldn't really be bothered because there isn't really much to show. Mostly of them are just you know, some kind of games or something like that. Yeah, games. So and they already closed down. So you know, I just kind of forget about them because I couldn't really experience them anyways. So and then I left this place and went to have dinner instead. Sushi, apparently. So I took some picture of this the sushis that I've had, and sashimi, of course. So this is one of the plates of the sashimis. I mean, you cannot have sashimi and sushi in Japan. In Japan, right? I mean, it's pretty much the same with ramen and yeah, and the omelet rice. One of the restaurants that I didn't have been to is probably the maid cafe, but then that is actually a very a very subjective opinion. I mean, some people actually really don't like the maid cafe, thinks it's actually ridiculous, but I don't really think so. It's just I didn't really have the opportunity to do this to do that this trip. So I think maybe next time, if I ever go to Tokyo again. So yeah, apparently so yeah, I have had the sushi in a small restaurant in the fish market, actually. So this is what it looks from the outside of this of the place that I have had sushi, and this is one of the pictures that I took in the fish market. Let's see. So this is what it kind of looks like in the morning. And then in the afternoon they pretty much pack up all the things. They pretty much pack up all the things, and it will look quite different. It will look quite different. So let me see. I think I have another picture of the wet market. Let me see. Find a picture. No, not here. Actually, I think it kind of looks like this. So as you can see, no seafood products to show to you apart from the morning time, and yeah. So this is the fish market for you in Japan. And then, of course, another one of the famous cuisines in Nagoya that you actually gotta have is unagi rice. Unagi rice. This is one of the set that I had in one of the restaurants. In one of the restaurants in Nagoya. So yeah, I even actually ordered an extra large one. This is actually the normal set, and then there's the slightly bigger set where you have two more pieces of eel, the unagi as they would call it. So yeah, this is definitely a satisfied trip. So this is definitely a satisfied trip. Had a lot of good food, a lot of great cuisines. I wish I could have more, but given the limited time schedule, I think this is the best I could do. So yeah, to summarize it all, I mean, hopefully I will be able to visit Japan again, and next time, I don't know, maybe to Tokyo again, maybe to Osaka, um, or maybe even to Hokkaido. I've never been to Hokkaido actually, so that could be one of the places that I'll be looking forward to. And yeah, took some pictures that that's actually worth remembering. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for for this live stream. It's actually getting late now, so I think I probably have to sleep because I have work tomorrow. And yeah, I think I will leave Rich vs 7 online for tomorrow as well, tomorrow night. Hopefully there will be rooms hosting by then. And yeah, that's all for that. I think that is all for today. No, thank you all for being here. Even though this is not a Rich vs 7 live stream, it's just me talking stuff with with no background music, just pictures and and just me. So yeah, thank you all for joining this live stream. Hopefully the next time I live stream, I will be doing some actual gaming. So yeah, we'll see you then. Yeah. The only trip for the year, or do you have more planned? Okay, I think I'll give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. Spoiler is that I have confirmed that I will be heading to the UK at the beginning of July. So yeah, July. Coincidentally, it's also around the time when the British Grand Prix will be happening. But unfortunately, I didn't buy tickets for that Grand Prix, so I think I will have to watch the race live on my iPad somewhere in Britain. So yeah, this time is with my family. This time is with my family. Actually there is a reason why I'm going to the UK is to attend my sister's graduation ceremony in the Great Britain. So yeah. I think we're gonna be going to places. I think I would be going to places from Edinburgh probably to somewhere else. Let me have a look. I think my family members already have the trip kind of planned more or less. I think they say they're going to the Space side, and then yeah, Edinburgh back to England and something like that. So it's still kind of a rough schedule. Probably will be even probably a clearer schedule sometime during this month. Probably. I mean, I kind of leave the schedule for them to do it. One thing for sure is that I will be planning to heading to the Silverstone Racetrack Museum. So I probably will be seeing you there. Probably not seeing you there, but I will be there. So yeah, I might not be able to attend the British Grand Prix, but I'll be heading to the museum. So just to be there, just to be there so that I can take pictures and put it up on Twitter. I've never been to England before, so yeah, it's gonna be very excited probably. Not sure how this is going. I mean, I haven't. Aside from when I was a very small boy, like when I was like a few years old. For the past 20 years, I've only been to places around Asia, mainly Japan and Taiwan. So yeah, this is probably the first time I've been outside of Asia in almost 20 years. Outside of Asia almost 20 years. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna adapt with the jet lag, obviously. So yeah. Yeah, this is going to be something else. So I will see you then. And so I think probably I'll be see you then. So yeah, this is going to be at least 2 weeks trip. Given that I'm going to be heading to Europe the next time around. So yeah, not to Japan, but to the UK. I'm definitely going to be heading to London at some point during this trip. So yeah, I'm definitely going to remember to take some pictures of the landmarks probably. Will I be heading to even more museums? You better ask I'm gonna be, but definitely not just about cars and racetracks or something like that. So yeah, we'll see you then. Again, we'll see you then. I think that's all I have to say. I think aside from going to the UK and during July, maybe probably later this year I'll be going to Japan again. Maybe I'm still not completely certain if I ever be able to apply for apply for some day off for my work from my workplace. So I think yeah, once I got it confirmed, I think I'll let you guys know. So yeah. Going to free trips in one single use is definitely gonna be definitely gonna spend quite a lot of money, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I think that kind of concludes my my live stream for this time for real. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yes, time to say goodnight. Take care. Goodbye.